What's up, guys? Arash Rabar here, Classic Physique IFBB Pro. I'm sitting in my car waiting for a buddy to meet me and have lunch, and I was just thinking that a lot of you guys see me now, see me on social media, see me competing in the Olympia this year, winning the New York Pro, the Pittsburgh Pro, but you don't really know the journey. You don't really see how I got to this point. And I just want to share with you guys how I started. I mean, at an early age of 12 years old, I looked up to Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, wanted to look like Hulk Hogan, and just like that muscular physique. And I started in martial arts at a really young age because of my father, which gave me a really great base as well. I think having an athletic background 100% helps and primes your body for bodybuilding, muscle building, anything that has to do with the physical body progressing. So I started lifting weights and playing around 12, 13 years old, nothing too serious. But once I got into high school and I started to play football, a friend of mine was the captain of the football team, and he was like all-American gun-ho football player. He's like, dude, we got to work out, we got to get in the gym. So we started working out in the high school gym, and then came summertime when all the kids were partying and drinking. We joined the gym, a small gym in Great Neck, New York, called Viral's Gym. It was like a private boxing gym. It wasn't even like a huge membership type of gym. And we trained there 6 days a week, all summer. We took Phosphagen by EAS. It was one of the biggest companies back then. It was a creatine. We used to take it before we worked out. I remember we'd drive to Sam's house after high school. We'd go get the creatine, we'd put it in our mouth, and we'd down it with grape juice, because that was a thing back then. That's what everybody did. So we trained 6 days a week. We trained chest, tri, back, bi, shoulders, legs, and then again chest, tri, back, bi, shoulders, legs, Sunday off, religiously. I don't train muscles twice a week anymore, but that's what we did back then. And I'm smiling because it just, like, as I'm telling you guys, these memories are coming back, and it's just hilarious to me. It was really funny, you know. I was like going through puberty. I was like scrawny, but I had a little bit of definition. But, you know, I trained my ass off. You know, I loved it, and I just wanted to get bigger, and I followed, you know, all the bodybuilders in the magazines and stuff. And I didn't see the results too fast. They didn't come quick, you know. It was hard. It was definitely hard. That summer, I gained a lot of size, a lot of strength. I also didn't really know how to diet like I do now, but I knew that I needed protein. I knew that I needed to eat a lot. So I was eating as clean as I could. I was learning. It was a struggle. It was, you know, sometimes it was an uphill battle, but I was giving it 100%. If I look back now, were there anything that I was doing wrong? Absolutely. Was there stuff that I wasn't doing that I should have been doing? 100%. But did I progress? Did it build the foundation for me to be where I am today? Clearly it did. So whatever the fuck you're doing, give 100%. Do it full-fledged, 100%. No regrets. Don't look back. Go forward. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Hopefully you'll figure it out and learn and progress. But it's better than not doing anything and sitting on your ass. So I played football throughout high school, and you know, I always trained in the off season. During football, I couldn't lift weights, because football practice was excruciating. And that's another big factor that I implement. I believe that football primed me mentally and physically, because I pushed my body to the utmost limit. I mean, anyone that played football knows how intense the practices are. I mean, we used to have 2-a-day practices in the summer, so we'd have 2 practices a day. Each practice would be north of 3 hours. They'd run us till we literally would vomit. And then we had football camp before school started, where we had 4 practices a day it was about a week and a half. We'd go away some middle of the woods in upstate New York, so we couldn't run away. And it was like, literally, it was like prison to some degree. So football was tough, man. Football practice primed me physically and mentally. You know, I learned the limitations of my body. I learned that when your body gets tired, when you feel a burn, you still have more. You still have another 10 laps to run. You still have another 5 reps left in you, you know? So I think that having a background in sports, you know, most of you guys did play sports. For those of you that didn't, doesn't mean you're doomed in bodybuilding. I don't mean to, you know, to tell you that you could still learn, you could still progress and get better in any aspect at any age in any sport. But for those of you, which are most of you, that played a sport, even if you guys weren't all county, even if you didn't play at a higher level or go on to college. I never played college football. I simply wasn't good enough. But you know, go back, remember those days in practice where you just couldn't freaking run anymore, but they kept running you and somehow you did it, and apply that today to bodybuilding, you know? So I just want to share that with you guys. You know, football was martial arts as well. I ran track too. There was a lot of other aspects, but football really primed me. It really got me physically and mentally ready. Like built a little warrior inside of me almost, you know? So now when I'm training and I'm getting ready for shows and I'm low calories and I'm exhausted and I can't breathe, I don't necessarily think about the football days, but it's in me. It's hardwired in me. It's been programmed in me. You know, how many years ago was that? That was almost 20 years ago, man. I feel old now, but it was a long time ago. You know, I graduated high school in 1999. I started playing football my sophomore year, so that's minus 3 years, like 95, 96, you know, it all started for me. But it was definitely a long journey. You know, all the stuff that I did then brought me to where I am today, and I didn't know why I was doing it. I didn't know that I would be here today, an IFBB pro, #2 in the biggest show in the world, Olympia, classic physique competitor, talking to you guys on YouTube. I didn't know all that, but I just knew one thing, and that was that I had to do this. Whatever it was that I was doing, the eating, the training, the bodybuilding, I just knew I had to do it. If you asked me why, I couldn't tell you. It was just a feeling. I knew that I needed to be doing this. It felt right. And any time that I had a lapse in training or I missed meals, it didn't feel right. I didn't feel good. So you always got to pay attention to the way you're feeling. You can't force something. If you're doing something because you think it's the right thing to do, but you don't feel good doing it and it doesn't feel right, doesn't sit right with you, it'll never work out. It won't last and you won't be successful. So just want to share that with you guys. Till next time, I'll talk to you soon.